And here we go, race fans. Good morning. Welcome to Today at the Races, presented by Fidelity First. I'm Stan Salter, along with our odds maker, Keith Fustel. A beautiful Friday to kick off the four-day race weekend. That's right, today, Saturday, Sunday, and we'll have live racing for the Martin Luther King holiday on Monday. So looking forward to a big weekend. We have some nice racing, a nice maiden special weight today, race 4 to kick off the pick 6, a little carryover in that over 2,000. Nice maiden special weight tomorrow, some nice allowance races today and tomorrow. So lots of good horse racing to get to. But real quick, my man, good to see you here.
Yeah.
What happened?
You took about an 80-mile-an-hour shot right to the face at batting practice the other day, so that'll get you right between the eyes. I was walking out of the batting area, and the ball kind of just skipped under the cage and got me. And a couple hours in the ER at Mercy Medical Center. Thanks to everybody there to kind of patch me up, and just a little bit black and blue and some swelling going on right now, but we're ready to go. You got shades in Tampa. You got, I know some guys have some eye conditions, got to wear the sunglasses sometimes, but you know what? We got to. This is no beauty contest. We want to give out winners,
we're giving out winners, and well, you're helping. We got to you got to teach the young ball players. So you're helping out with the teenage baseball players.
I wish I was helping out. Younger guys. That ball wouldn't have coming off of that bat that fast. But yeah, when they get up to about 17, 18 years old, it's and I was only about maybe 20 feet from where that ball left the bat.
All right. Well,
we're ready to roll.
Glad you rebounded and you're here. We have lots of good stuff to get to today and this weekend. A week from tomorrow, Saturday, January 20th, going to be a big Saturday here at Laurel Park with a couple nice stake races, the $100,000 fire plug, a bunch of nice runners nominated to that, including Struth. Will we see Struth come back in 2 weeks after his lights-out runner-up performance to the favorite tail in the Dave's Friends? So looking forward to the fire plug, and then a bunch of nominations to the fire plug, and then some good nominations as well to the $100,000 What a Summer Stakes for filly and mares. The undefeated filly, Angel at War, who's stabled right here at Laurel Park for Mike Gorham. Gorham here now for the winner at Laurel Park. She's nominated. I'm hoping to see the undefeated Angel at War in the What a Summer.
Yeah, she fooled me last time. She got the job done. I thought she was right to get beat, and boy, she's just as gritty as they come. No doubt, a really nice claim for those connections.
We're going to try to catch up with Mike Gorham and Angel at War sometime next week for our next week's Laurel Park Weekly. So we'll get hopefully a close-up glimpse of the undefeated filly. So that's all next weekend. Let's show you the carryover we have today in the Rainbow Pick 6. Starts race 4 today on our 9-race program. There it is, few bucks, over $2,000. I have a ticket. I have a nice $48 ticket. We'll get to that. I'm going to use my best bet of the day as my single in race 8. That's a nice upper-level allowance feature of the day. I like Southside Warrior. That's my single on the pick 6. So we'll get to all that. I know you like the early pick 5. Let's get right to it here. Let's show you the weather, track conditions, all that good stuff. A little rain today. That track is sealed right now, listed as fast. Your thoughts on the track condition today?
Yeah. We had it was coming down pretty good actually when I was pulling into Laurel Park just about 20 minutes ago, half an hour ago, and subsided a little bit. I sealed fast / good. We'll kind of just see what kind of direction the track maintenance crew. I have not looked at the long-range forecast. I don't know if you know it for today, but right now, course looks in very good shape, all things considered.
Okay, and then they're continuing to work on it there. We're up in the 60s. We'll take a little rain when we get up to 60 degrees in the wintertime here in Maryland. So there's the weather. There's the track, rated as fast. First race at 12:30. Let's get right to it. Race 1 will kick off the rolling Super High 5. Every race with 7 or more horses, we have the Super High 5. That has a low 15% takeout, so keep your eye on that. Also, race 1 always kicks off our early pick 5. Both your pick 5s here at Laurel Park. Your best bet with that industry low 12% takeout. It's always a mandatory payout here on the early pick 5. You like the early pick 5 today. You have a ticket here. Let's take a look.
I do. We'll get you started. 3 deep in the opener, the 2, 5, and 7. My Golden Rose for Kieran is going to be my price user in there. Very interesting to see. Socially driven. A couple bang-up races down at Tampa. Now comes back north. 2 deep in race 2 with the 4 and the 7. 2 deep as well in the 3rd with the 3, Lil Love Machine, and the 5, Pachi Cruz, sitting on probably another win, I believe, for Gonzalez. 4th race, we're going to spread a little bit more in there with the 1, the 5, and the 6. Stormologist, a really troubled beginning last time out. I think she can make amends on the stretch out for Flint Stites, closing it out with 2 horses in the last, the 5 in him with him, and the 8, Bad Angle Birth. Both trainers very strong second time out. $36 gets you started for the early pick 5.
All right, I like some of those horses you have on your ticket. Let's get right to it here.
Right.
Race 1 going 5.5 furlongs, claiming 10,000 for filly and mares, straight 4-year-olds or 5 and up. Never won 3, and I'm going to go to the outside here. I think the 7's going to get a beautiful trip, breaking from the outside. Socially Driven is a 4-year-old who's won 3 races, and this filly had a nice win last out down there at Tampa against 8,003 Life Company. So a comparable level here, a little bit of a step up to the $10,000 level, but she's in very good form. She's won here at Laurel Park before. Rosario Montanez with a nice win on Bishop's Pond last
nice
Monday.
ride. Really good rating job on that horse. Took the pressure. Didn't really break that well, but boy, he didn't have to really rush her to get the lead. Did a nice job all the way around the racetrack.
So the Montanez, a new face around here in the jockey colony. Had the stakes win last week, and he's riding well. I think he gets a dream trip on the outside here with the 7 Socially Driven.
Yeah, this is going to be a little tougher group. It's kind of a gaudy number, the 69 at Tampa. She gets a good draw. My question is why come back up here? I mean, obviously shown an affinity for the surface at Tampa. Ion Berlin had a brutal start last time. Will be part of the speed. I think Miss Mischievous will be close. I think My Golden Rose. This race might set up. I like how Kieran claimed this horse holds the level, a little bit of a freshening. We don't drop it. We've got a stat, I believe, right, Stan, in this first race for Kieran McGee on this kind of an angle off the claim. He is 8 for 17, 12 for 17 in the money with fillies and mares first off the claim on the dirt and back within 31 to 60 days. There you go, guys, over the last 2 years. 8 for 17, 12 for 17 in the money. Fillies and mares first off the claim on the dirt and back within 31 to 60 days. ROI, look at that, $4.50. Maybe 5.5, a hair too short for My Golden Rose. I like them teaming up with Vargas. These two are a deadly combination. Kieran, this horse can come rally into it.
All right, I don't use her in my top 4 at all, so I might have overlooked her here a little bit. I respect the barn. Georgie Vargas Jr., good rider here. They wait the 30 days, go right back in for the 10,000. I guess she's going to get covered up. She's going to be buried early on here. She has shown a little speed before going longer races, but I just think she's going to be covered up early in a bunch of traffic. And she hasn't run since November 18th. One work in December. We'll see if she's ready to go here. You'll get a decent price there for strong connections on the 2 My Golden Rose. You like the 7 a little bit on the outside. I like the 1 here on the inside, Miss Krivo Rakuchka. Carol Sedania rides this Russian-named filly, 4-year-old daughter of Enda Mischief for trainer Hugh McMahon. She's won through 3 races. A sharp win 2 starts ago against Allowance Company up there at Penn. The last race, I think you can maybe just draw a line through it. She broke through the gate before the race. That's never a good thing. She has a sharp half-mile work here at Laurel Park, January 6th. So I think she's sitting on a big race, the 1 with Carol Sedania.
I think she's going to have to clear those, Stan, if she gets the job done. Ion Berlin, all things being squared up with a good start. These two are pretty quick. Not a whole lot to me separating them. She has shown an affinity. She's run okay on a wet track. 3 starts, a win, and a second. Dixie Rose, another one. Kind of a tough trip last time. Shuffled about a 16th of a mile into the race. Came very wide but willingly. This horse has transferred form to the main track and doing well for Dale Capano. I think should love the setup she's going to get today.
And the 4 She Be Fierce getting a class relief for our leading trainer, Claudio Gonzalez. You get the bug rider, Carlos Carrasco, aboard. Nice win here at Laurel 2 starts ago. Good second at this level. Last out, the 4 She Be Fierce should be right there. 9-2 for our leading trainer. Let's turn the page here. Race 2 to kick off the first of 3 pick 4s we offer on the afternoon. The early pick 4 starts in race 2. We're going a flat mile, claiming 11,000 for straight 3-year-old fillies, and I'm going with the 7 again here on the outside. This filly's dead game. She's very honest. Shikor, I've liked her since her debut, and she won at 26-1, coming late, splitting horses, gave somebody a pick 6 for about 35,000 that day, and then a nice win 2 starts ago at this level, going a mile. Good second against 25,000 company last out. Now drops back down here. She's a dead closer, so this long run to the second wire for this 1 mile distance, I think, benefits the 7 Shikor with Forrest Boyce aboard for Kieran McGee.
She kind of did her thing. She shows what she is. She's run a 33 by her last 2 starts. We talked about her last race. It wasn't really a big step up. That 20,000 came up a little late. Grease Lightning was a very short price to get it done, and won by daylight, won by 5. Shikor is just kind of a grinder. I'll go to the 4, 10-Carat Diamond for Joan Reynolds. Was with the McGee Barn. We've seen some of these horses kind of transfer around for owner Moshe Mark. By Dunkirk, he was second at the Belmont, got a mile and a half. This horse finally kind of kicked it in last time. Took a lot more play than what I thought she would get. I think she might be able to go ahead and control it on the stretch out. A half to an 8-time route winner on the dirt. let's take a shot, maybe a little bit higher price. These two are going to be awfully close, 10 Carat Diamond and Shikor. But Shikor might get the right kind of setup. There's some other horses that kind of want the lead, so if they do force the 4, it might just fall into the lap of the 7. One of these two, I believe.
Oh, your top pick. That filly is going to get a little weight break with the 7-pound Bug Boy Weston Hamilton aboard, so a nice light weight assignment of 111. She's going to try to stretch that speed out from 3/4, so with the weight of 111, that could help her. I like the 4 in this race as well. We both like the 2 a little bit here. Mila Jane for Elvis Trujillo aboard for Jose Corrales. A nice win going 2 turns to break the maiden at Delaware back in October, and then hasn't really run too well since then. That was in the Mike Pino barn. Now the first start here in the Jose Corrales. He's stabled here at Laurel Park, so this filly's likely been training here recently at Laurel Park, and Corrales 21% with a nice positive ROI when he gets new runners in his barn.
He came back a couple races back when breaking the maiden beat Flying Phillips. Wasn't that the Nest horse that might have gotten up the other day late?
Flying Phillips is in sometime this week.
Yeah,
I saw that name.
Exactly.
I have no
broke
idea
the maiden,
who it
ran
is.
like a buyer around 40 stand.
Right.
I think might be better off where she's positioned today, down inside, and let 10 Carat Diamond go. Last time she took a lot of pressure and folded. I think she wants a little bit of a target. She'll stalk and make a move into it.
And the 6, Little Stormin, we both like a little bit here. Big drop here for this 3-year-old filly by Flat Out from Maldonado. We get our leading rider, Javion Toledo, aboard.
Yeah, another one out of that same race, the Grease Lightning race. Something's got to give. I don't know if she's going to last the whole trip. I'm just not sure.
Right.
You know, I like I say, I think things might just fall into lap with Shikor. But if 10 Carat Diamond is quick enough to clear, that could be good enough.
Okay, let's turn the page here. Race 3, we're going 5.5 furlongs here, claiming $10,000 for 4-year-olds or 5 and up. Never won 3. We have a video spotlight here of the 5. Pachi Cruz, a 4-year-old, has won 4 races already. A sharp win last out. Here's Pachi Cruz.
Yeah, was into the race early, kind of aggressively ridden by Ceballos, and goes right after Slick Man. You see in the 2-path, number 6, Pachi Cruz at 8-5 that day. He is a 4-time winner now off of that score. That was for the nickel. Similar conditions, you know, the 4-year-olds or 5-year-olds and up. The never won 3, but really kind of draws off nicely. Wins by about 4 with complete authority and a good final time. There's some speed to set it up again. I don't think he needs to be into it as much as he was last time out. I think he can sit a little bit further back and make a run into the pace. You've got Crimson Secret. He's a pussycat. Far From Awesome. All virtual speed types, need to lead types. Pachi Cruz, he's proven he's run quick enough. I think he stalks and pounces.
I like him. I think he gets a beautiful trip for our top trainer, Gonzalez. Omar Torres and Gonzalez, 25% together. So we're both all over the 5, Pachi Cruz in this race. Could it be a cold 5-1 exacta maybe? I like the 1, King of Night here. 3rd off the layoff, so maybe this 4-year-old son of mine shaft sitting on a big race right now. For trainer Mike Trombetta, we're taking a drop in class. The horse didn't run very well against tougher company back on December 8th, but maybe still needed a race then. Since that last race, a couple very nice works on the synthetic up there at Fair Hill, including a Bullet 5 furlong work, 101 and 2, January 3rd. So I think this horse sitting on a big race, cutting back in distance, route to sprint. Trombetta 20% positive ROI, so I like all that. I think King of Night with Boyce going to be coming late.
Get the right kind of rider. This horse will settle back. Their speed just to the outside. I think this horse will draft back. A couple good races in the summer, you know, kind of stalking and pouncing and moving away. She fits this horse to a T, a little drop in class. I like the encouraging Bullet work. This horse will make a run.
We both like the 3 a little bit here. A little Love Machine. 2-time 6 for 6 in the money at this distance. 2 wins, 2 seconds, and a third. So 5.5 right up this 4-year-old Colts alley for trainer Hugh McMahon's been running some good races. Beaten favored last out, but that was against a little bit tougher. Takes a drop in class today with Sheldon
No
Russell.
real excuse. Got the lead. Just couldn't hold off. You know, the great Ronaldo and Voice Saigon. You know, that was a Runco shipper that I actually think got it done. Maybe battled back inside to win it, if I'm not mistaken. A little Love Machine, the numbers work. I mean, he is faster than pretty much anybody in this race on his best race. The drop, though, to me is a little bit negative, but you know, you got to win races, and he's well positioned here for McMahon.
We both like the 4 a little bit here. Ice Lake first off the claim for trainer Scott Lake. He's very good at that move, and the Lake Barn's been pretty hot around here the last couple months. Carol Sedania rides this 4-year-old, just won against 10,000. 2 Life takes the next logical step up here.
Yeah, run 4 straight good races. Had against the bias, the 3-back try was still pretty good. He's another one. I don't know if he's as fast, maybe as he's a Pussycat earlier, what the tactics will be, but he's in razor sharp form right now, and I think he's going to be an impact a long, long way. Far from Awesome's pretty quick. He's just got to be careful not to get chewed up in a duel.
All right, so let's get a quick commercial break. When we come back, race 4, one of the features of the day, a nice maiden special weight to kick off the pick 6, carry over a little over 2,000 today. We'll take a look right after this.
In the thrill of victory and the agony of defeat. Either way, you win. Have a stake in the race with ExpressBet.
The best bets at Laurel Park are the pick 5s, and we have 2 of them. The early pick 5 starts in race 1 and is a mandatory payout. The late pick 5 is the last 5 races of the day and has carryover potential. Both pick 5s at Laurel Park have an industry low 12% takeout. The pick 5s at Laurel Park, your best bet. Okay, welcome back. Race 4, one of the features of the day. I'm looking forward to this race. A nice maiden special weight to kick off the Rainbow Pick 6. Nice little carryover building in that 20-cent Rainbow Pick 6. Starts in race 4. Few bucks over 2,000. I have a ticket. Let's take a look. A $48 play for me, and I'm going to go 5 deep here in this maiden special weight. Race 4 using the 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, the 6. Awesome Mary, my top pick in there. Awesome again, Philly, stretching out to a mile today for Jose Corrales and Elvis Trujillo. I'm looking forward to race 4. I think one of the features of the day. I'm 5 deep in there. And then, let's see, race 5, just 3 deep in there, the 5, 6, 8. Nice starter allowance in race 6. I'll go with the 3 Spirit Grabber and the 6 Fortuitous Path. Race 7 is a tough beaten nickel in race 7. Go as deep as you can there. I'm 4 deep in there with the 2, 8, 9, 12. The 9, my top pick, Next Street. First off the claim for trainer Bruno Tessori, 6-time winner. Going against older horses, never won 3, so that's a nice race. Race 7, a competitive beaten nickel. Race 8, our upper level allowance feature of the day, going a mile. I'm going to single on my best bet of the day, the 7 Southside Warrior. He's going to get to the winner's circle eventually. I think the day is the day with Pimentel aboard for Trombetta. And then race 9, I'm only 2 deep in that nickel, 2 life, going 3/4, but I think I have the best 2 horses. The 6 Derval, taking a drop in class here for the new barn to trainer Wayne Potts. And I like this, the 10 Selling Stones for Ollie Figgins with Kevin Gomez. So that's my pick 6 ticket. Let's take a look at the challenging first leg here. Race 4, a maiden special weight for 3-year-old fillies going a flat mile. Let's see, we have a video spotlight of the 1 Stormologist in this race here. Here's the start back on December 1st.
Yeah, highlighted there. Thanks, guys. Number 5 Stormologist, just a little bit of a bob, almost a stumble inward, and was banged around pretty good at the break. We're going to watch this one more time. And you don't want to get in that kind of trouble out of the gate at the 7 furlong distance. And in kind of a bigger field, a 10-horse field, was rushed up in between horses and was down inside around the turn. This is what I like, though. You know, this is why you go back and watch races, Stan, because you're watching her. You can say, oh, she faded away. She lost a couple lengths in the final 1/8 of a mile. You know what, though? Yeah, the winner's galloping, but just keep your eye. She's trying to the wire. She is willingly to the wire. She encountered a ton of trouble early on. She's bred to go ahead and stretch out around the ground. The bettors, they pounded her down to 2-1 with the Lasix on after that encouraging debut at Penn National, where she kind of sit and rallied at 5.5. I like the progression in distances right now. I think she can kind of sit in a stalking position. If she comes away cleanly, she won't have to be used as hard as she did the other day, and she'll have a finishing punch, a much better finishing punch this afternoon.
Well, trainer Flynn Seitz, after that poor start in her last race, he did take her back and break her from the gate December 21st up there at Penn. That was a nice bullet, 5 furlong work up there. I don't use her on my top 4. I don't have her on my pick 6, but I respect the connections here. I think I just find a real tough maiden special weight race, so you'll get a decent price there on the one-store mileagist. If you can get a $10 winner out of this race, that's a good price. I like the 6, Awesome Mary, my top pick in here. Elvis Trujillo on this 3-year-old filly for Jose Corrales. 3-year-old daughter of Awesome again. Had a nice debut going 6 furlongs. A good second to Off My Stage that race. Off My Stage would come back to win. I think this Awesome Again filly is going to like to stretch out to a mile today. She's out of the hard-spun mare Truly Marie, who won 4 times, made $151,000. She had multiple wins going a mile on the synthetic. The Dam did. And the second Dam, she was a runner. She had 6 wins, over $250,000. She was a multiple stakes winner sprinting on the turf. Truly blushed. I believe Scott Lake was the trainer. So some nice pedigree on the Dam side here for Awesome Mary. This is the first foal out of Truly Marie. And trainer Jose Corrales, let's see, 12% positive ROI with maidens making their second start. And this filly's come back with a little maintenance 3 furlong work January 8th here at Laurel Park. So I think the 6, Awesome Mary, gets first-time Lasix today as well. I think she's sitting on a big race.
It was an encouraging debut. I thought she ran pretty well, all things considered. The Lasix goes on. Second out has always been a pretty good angle the last couple of years and a profitable angle. Sprint the route, not so much for Corrales, but I think within this field, she doesn't have to improve much at all to be a major player. Do you have any breeding on the 7? I did not get any action on this horse. You know, a trainer. 5 starts in 2007. He did win with 2 of them. What do you have?
All right, that's she's by Painter. This filly's a half to Judy the Beauty, who made a $1.8 million.
Right.
Had 2 wins sprinting on the dirt, 6 wins sprinting on the synthetic. Judy the Beauty, who made almost $2 million. So this filly's a half sister to Judy the Beauty. The Dam was pretty good as well. Holy Blitz by Holy Bull. She won 3 times, made $100,000. Was a stakes winner. And I think also the second. That's all the information I have. So
that's
but
good enough.
the second Dam was a multiple stakes winner, made $100,000 as well. So real nice pedigree. They sent her to Painter, who's only a 12.5 stallion, but he's an up and coming Awesome Again sire, and you get Javion Toledo to take the call. This filly's been working well here at Laurel Park.
That's a strong work. 47-2 breezing, top 17 in December. That's strong. Maybe and Toledo is on this horse, right?
Yeah, Toledo's on the 7.
Tracks Toledo. I probably should have used this horse in the early pick 5. If you can add her, go ahead. If you can afford her. Yeah, I did not use her.
Well, we'll see. It'll be interesting, the tote board early on here, see if there's some early action on the 7, Mimi Gash. And then, let's see, I like I throw the 4 in here as well. Sugar Shack, I think, is going to be very tough. Julian Pimentel in the Shackelford filly. She has a nice foundation under her. She went 2 turns on a soft, yielding turf course back in early November. A decent third going 7 furlongs back on December 1st. I think she's poised for a nice, successful stretch out to a mile today with Pimentel.
Yeah, breeding suggests longer and was part of the jam up at the break in the Stormologist race there. I like the way Stormologist finished a little bit better, all things being equal, but Sugar Shack is a definite player. In the 5, Poco del Sol for Lacey Gaudet could be the controlling speed, no doubt about it. Was on the negative part of the racetrack on the 1st of December. Faded a little bit late, but this horse could stretch out as well. Oxbow, Southern Halo, no issues there. If this horse clears, could go a long way.
Real quick, let's get a couple words. We caught up with trainer Jose Corrales yesterday morning talking about this Awesome Again filly, Awesome Mary, stretching out to a mile today. It seems like he's pretty high on her. Here's what Corrales had to say.
She's training pretty well. Awesome Mary's a pretty nice little filly. She run a very good race the first time out, and I think she have a little bit of room to improve, and she might be all right. It's just like I said, we going with the track and see everything is going good with the track. We'll be in good shape. Well, I think every horse need a little couple of opportunity in the beginning to be able to have a little experience. After that, the horses just show themselves if they can run or they cannot, and I think she can.
All right, so he's had some good ones in his barn before. He thinks this filly can run. She's bred to run, a good-looking debut. I'm looking forward to Awesome Mary, but it's a tough maiden special way she catches.
It is. And you should get okay value throughout. I can't see anybody being hammered down about 9 to 5, 8 to 5, unless this firster is just as live as can be. The 7 horse, have probably lined too high at 10. Looking at that breeding, didn't get that deep when I was doing the line.
You said just got downgraded to muddy, guys? Okay, they just made the track muddy, so adjust all your handicapping. We had a little rain earlier this morning. It's not raining now. The track was sealed. We were thinking maybe we'd have a fast sealed track, but a lot of rain in the track. Warm temperatures probably helping things melt a bunch as well. So a muddy track here today at Laurel Park. Let's turn the page here. Race 5 is going to kick off that late pick 5. No carryover, but as always, more money back to you, the better, with that industry low 12% takeout on our pick 5s here at Laurel Park. Your best bet. Let's take a look here at the 5th, going 5.5. Maiden claiming 25,000 for straight 3-year-olds. I go to the outside, the 8, Bad Angle Burke. I think Gary named this horse after he got taken down in a stake race or something.
Oh, after John Burke? Oh, no, come on now.
It was named after a bad funny story behind this horse here. But by Frisian Fire had to break from the inside in the debut against Maiden 40. That's a tough assignment.
Yes.
Now we get a much better outside post. We're dropping to the Maiden 25. You get 7 pounds off with the Bug Boy Weston Hamilton and a nice, maybe the horse didn't break very well in debut. Well, Gary took the horse back to the gate and a nice maintenance half-mile work from the gate December 30th. So I think Bad Angle Burke with that better outside post going to break a lot better today and be up in contention early on.
He's going to need it. Arrivederci's pretty quick from the inside, was hampered against the negative part of the racetrack on the 18th, but I love the second out angles. We all do. We've kind of known it, figured it out the last couple of years. Gary Capuano was just deadly. Bad Angle Burke, I got a little stat. Maiden claiming second career start. Maiden claimer's second career start on the dirt the last couple of years. Gary Cap 5 for 16, 9 for 16 in the money with an ROI close to $3.
All right.
Yeah, this horse, as you said, was down inside out of a really fast race. The Nico Bree and TJ race, just in a more alert break, should put this horse into the flow by the time they hit maybe the quarter pole.
We both like the 5 in him with him. Trainer Jose Corrales has 4 in today early on in the card. He could be having a big day. Yeah. And this the 3-year-old by with distinction. An okay 4th, had a trouble trip in debut against Maiden 25 back in late November last fall, but a decent 4th. Now Corrales, he's 21% positive ROI with Maidens making their second start. You get Elvis Trujillo. I think the 5 is going to be right there today.
I think he's been entered and scratched, maybe a victim of some of the bad weather. He finally gets his spot right back for the 25 for the debut. Very, very good debut, I thought. Was steadied along mid-turn, dropped to the worst part of the racetrack, and really turned on Willing. I think we had this horse maybe as a video spotlight we had targeted, but unfortunately we lost the card. But in him with him fits perfectly in here. Will not let the 1 get too far away.
All right, so nice little maiden 25. We both like the 8-5 Colt Exacta there in the 5th to kick off your late pick 5. Let's take a look here at the 6th race to kick off the late pick 4. Last Monday, the late pick 4 had almost 70,000 bet into it, so keep your eye on the late pick 4. It's a nice 7,500 starter allowance, 4 and up, going 6 furlongs. We have a video spotlight here on the 5-year-old son of Ghost Zapper, Spirit Grabber. Here's Spirit Grabber's win December 17th.
Jumped up and ran really, really well for Farrier from the starter allowance to the A, other than had to steady a little bit early, was a little keen to go on, and once this horse gets to the outside for Toledo, he really ramps it up nicely, and it comes right on and goes by Dr. Bo Corajan and wins clear, going away by 3. Straight as a string through the stretch on that correct lead past the 8th pole. That's good enough, guys. And Spirit Grabber coming right back looks awfully good. They both ran on the 17th, Spirit Grabber and Fortuitous Path. Just looking at the Buyers, a little bit better, a 3-point differential in the Buyer. Spirit Grabber getting the better with an 81, Fortuitous Path a 78. Fortuitous Path had a little slower pace that day and was kind of up on it. This horse wants a target, but the speed has kind of come out of this race. Sky Chaparral is out the 1. He's a closer. But Dr. Bolt, Maverick's Gun, Silver Trophy, all horses which look to be up towards the lead are out of this race. So Fortuitous Pass might have to be used a little bit sooner than he would like to be again today. But he's guts. He's in really good form for Rodriguez. He'll be around a long way. My top selection, taking a flyer. Gold Man. He might be the beneficiary, Stan, of all the speed being scratched out of here. Holding good company. 2 races back, right behind Favorite Tail. Good race last time out against optional 2 other thans. Has beaten the likes of 10 Hud, who we've seen win an allowance race here. Maybe he kind of catches in. And look at that wet number, 6 for 17, 3 seconds in a third.
Yeah,
Maybe a mild upset for Aaron McClellan.
Well, 6-time winner on an off track. This 9-year-old's made her $250,000. So an old hard knocker here with the 7 gold man. We both like that runner in this race. I like the 5 here. Mythos Pimentel aboard for trainer Jamie Ness. First off the claim, the 7-year-old's a 2-time winner here at Laurel Park. An okay 4th last out going a mile against Open 15,000 company. Now first off the claim, Ness is 20% and doesn't have very good numbers going route to sprint, but I like that angle. I think the 5 Mythos will be right there.
We found another little interesting nugget for Tony Ferrier, a little stat. Runners coming off their top dirt buyer last time out, 6 for 24.
Yep.
That's a good little numbers. And ROI of 242. It's a good little start. I wish some of these other horses would have stayed in, but very competitive. Yeah, Gold Man, I'm just going for a little bit more value. Maybe he can kind of sneak away on the front. But both these horses, Spirit Grabbing, Fortuitous Path, in excellent form.
All right, let's take a look here at race 7 to kick off the final pick 3 of the afternoon. This is a beat nickel, a tough beat nickel. I'm 4 deep in this race with a 2, 8, 9, 12. Affiliate mares 4 and up. Let's see, we haven't 4-year-old fillies or 5 and up. Mares never won 3, going 5.5 here. I go to the outside here, the 9. And this is a 4-year-old taking advantage of the dual condition. A 6-time winner going against older horses, never won 3. The 9, Next Street, runs first off the claim here for trainer Bruno Tessori. This horse very dangerous at this level. Nice win at this level back in August here at Laurel Park. And then they dropped the horse in late October at this level. A good win that day in the mud coming off the pace. Was claimed that day by Bruno Tessori. He waits a little time, freshens the filly up a bit. A couple nice works coming into this race. And you don't see too many works on the Tessori horses, but you see a couple nice works, including a bullet half-mile work January 3rd here at Laurel Park. So I think the 9, Next Street, sitting on a big effort here. She's a 4-time winner here at Laurel Park. I think this 4-year-old filly gonna beat up on the older horses in this race.
Yeah, a 6-time winner, and she's learned to rate. She's going to appreciate some of the speed. Scratch the 3, Honor and Blessing, a long shot, who was going to be part of the early pace. I'm coming right back with the 6, Intrepid Forest. We caught her 2 races back at a nice price. Got off at nearly 11 to 1. We're going to watch that race on December the 10th. Thanks, guys. Number 4 that day had to steady a little bit early and kind of steadies again here just off of, in a little bit of tight quarters in the turn. And Caballero just does a nice job of getting this filly to relax. You see the leader, Bal Harbor Miss, go ahead and go clear. But, boy, once Intrepid Forest gets to the outside, she picks it up nicely, kind of moves well within herself. You see the other oncomers having to be urged, just kind of stay up with her. No, not the case for Intrepid Forest. She kind of moves up there 4 wide and really kicks it in nicely from the quarter pole to the 8th pole. She's going to win going away by 3.5. Last time out, tried Open Company. Did have a major excuse, took a bad step, kind of stumbled when jumping a puddle around the turn, was faded and protected late by Tony Black. She drops down. I like the aggressive move to the nickel. I think she can kind of sit just off of it, make a move, and go by.
Yeah, they're trying to get away with it here.
Yes, they are, off the bad line.
Yeah, something happened on December 30th, and it didn't look good. She took a bad step. She did get tired in that race, got beat 9 lengths. That was a tough race against Open 12-5, but she took a bad step. Now she's running back in 13 days. I'm going to have to see some more to see how she does at this level. She could whistle if she gets back to that 62 number we just saw there when she won December 10th. So I don't use her at all. I don't have her in my top 4. I like the 9 on top. How about the 2, Flint Hill? We'll get a decent price on this 5-year-old mare for trainer Claudio Gonzalez. A good 3rd, only beaten a neck last out at this level. Kevin Gomez will ride. He's just going to have to carve out a good trip from the inside. She's going to be coming from off the pace.
One thing Claudio usually is able to do is kind of get a little bit more speed into his horses. Yeah. He just hasn't had a whole lot of luck with this particular mare, Flint Hill. She's just kind of sluggish early. She did encounter trouble twice during the race last time out. She's going up in numbers, maybe the form, they finally kind of figure it out, but she's going to have to run a lifetime best to get by a few of these.
We both like the 8, Baltimore Street. I don't mind the drop at all on this 4-year-old daughter of Baltimore Bob. She's a 3-time winner. They've made their money with this filly. They claimed her for $5,000 back in September. They had a win, a couple seconds, another nice check in an allowance race, so they've made their money on her plenty. She's a 3-time winner at Laurel Park. Vargas aboard for Kieran McGee. That's been a potent combination recently.
Yeah, you just ride them out with Kieran. Some trainers, you worry about these drops. You got to just take it, look on paper. Well, look what she looks like. She looks like she figures to be in there. You can't get cute on his droppers. You got to use them.
We both like the 12 Flying Flutter on the outside for Dale Capuano. 7 pounds off with the Bug Boy Weston Hamilton. A nice second at this level 2 starts ago. Didn't run very well last out. Had to break from the 1 hole in a 9-horse field. Didn't break very well that day. But she's come back with a nice bullet 5 furlong work. January 4th here at Laurel. I think the 12 Flying Flutter sitting on a big effort here.
Yeah, she expected to run better, Stan. When she broke a little slow, Jack kind of just sent her up early inside. That's not her game.
Right.
She kind of wants to come from just off of it to get it done, and she gets a better post position to do that this afternoon.
All right, you might catch a nice price in race 7. That's a competitive beat nickel to kick off the final pick 3. Let's take a look here. Race 8 feature of the day. A nice 2 other than allowance race, optional claiming 25,000, going a mile. My best bet and single on my pick 6 is the 5-year-old Maryland bred Southside Warrior, number 7 for trainer Mike Trombetta. I think this was a nice claim for 40,000 last August up at Saratoga. The horse won that day, hasn't won since, but hasn't ran a bad race since the claim. In fact, the last 3 races have been very, very good. A good second in the Maryland Million Classic behind bonus points. Very good second at this 2 other than level 2 starts ago. And 5th behind John Jones, who was a sharp winner in the Jennings last out. I think today's the day for Southside Warrior.
He's going to be a short price, Stan, no doubt. I'm going to try to beat him. Stolen Love, Claudio, confidence builders up at Penn National. Back to a track, he's fine. He doesn't mind the mile distance. A little bit of moisture is not going to bother me at all. Looking at this race again, not a ton of speed in the race. I think he's a factor from the get-go. Maybe Dat Melody will force the issue with Acosta from the outside, but I like the price I'm going to get. He's going to come down off the 8-1 morning line. I think with a scratch of Glenn Richmond, obviously Dr. Toole out of part of the entry is now out, but Stolen Love, I think the confidence is high right now, and this is the right time to come back into this company.
Now, you have to respect this 8-year-old son of Not for Love, looking for his 10th lifetime win here at Laurel Park. He's made a bunch of money. I like the 6. You have to like the 6 a little bit. How about the 2, Sumi? I think this 4-year-old son of Blame's a nice horse for trainer Bill Comlow. Fergal Lynch has been aboard for all 4 starts. His horse 2 for 4 so far. It was a nice step up to win against First Level Allowance Company last out, going a mile. That was back in late November. They've just been giving the horse some time since then. Little 5 furlong, nice little 5 furlong workout December 8th, and hopefully some nice strong gallops since then. I think Sumi is a nice horse. It's a big step up from that First Level Allowance to second level today, but I think Sumi's a nice horse, and I think he can take the step up today.
Yeah, he's only run 4 times. He's kind of moving in the right direction. A horse they paid $100,000 for. They obviously liked him, and he's kind of coming to fruition now. He's meeting some seasoned runners though right now. He's going to have to kind of step it up a little bit more, but a little bit more progression. It puts him right in there.
All right, so nice 2 other than allowance feature of the day to kick off the late double. Let's take a look at the 9th race. Nickel 2 Life going 3/4. Here we go. Wayne Potts bringing a horse down from Aqueduct. This horse was up in the Caniza barn up there, running on the bottom up there. Broke his maiden in the slop 2 starts ago against maiden 20 at Aqueduct. That's the bottom up there. Didn't run very well against winners December 16th, but now we're taking the needed drop to 5,000 today. Wayne Potts does that well. Montanez, he gets a live rider here on the 6th. We're both on the 6th.
Yeah, galloped on the sloppy seal surface. He had another horse off Canizo the other day, break the maiden and improved a ton of points. Now back in, he's jamming them on Sunday, I believe. But Derval looks like, she's got a huge angle and a huge edge on this field. I think she kind of stalks the issue. I think she can be closer. Last time out, no speed at all, but she can be closer against this group. Her, Arlie's Diamond, maybe Selling Stones.
The 10 Selling Stones we both like. I just feel he gets a much better outside post today. She had a sharp winner to break her maiden at Finger Lakes 2 starts ago. A decent third at this level last out. She'll get a nice trip on the outside with Kevin Gomez today.
Internal's not too bad last time. 23, 46 and 3. Scratch the 8, scratch the 9. Pardon Tories French might have been a little bit of a factor. Also scratch the 1, Rio Vista, and the 3. So the 1, 3, 8, and 9 are out of the last. Aggressive taxes I think are in store for Selling Stones, and Arlie's Diamond's another one he'll be stalking, but looks like Derval. I mean, the way that other one ran the other day, this looks like she's positioned for a win at a short price, unfortunately.
We like the same 4 horses in the 9th and final race. That's it. We're out of time. A nice card to start the 4-day race weekend here at Laurel Park. Nice little carryover in that pick 6 starting in race 4. I'll be back this afternoon with Tim Tulloch. Dave Robin coming up next with all of today's scratches and changes. I hope you're feeling all right, partner.
Maybe sooner or later we'll get this to go. Yeah, we might be shades one more day tomorrow, then we'll clear it up. So I appreciate it. Yeah, thanks for tolerating me this afternoon.
All right. Good luck, everybody.
You got it. Good luck.